I am here.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Merciless. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Sammy! He's crashing. He's checking crash. Out.
Hey, seam 6.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Single.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Kill. Go.
Watching you find.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On 1st down, Watson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's Watson. Steps away to his left. On the left side, this is Stills. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Two garbage-ass people playing rules.
3, 2nd and 7. To the air yet again, Watson. On the right side, this is Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
First down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Eluding the pressure right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now it's Miller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been...
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Watch the run.
Throwing again is Watson. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 41's coming, 41's a Mike. Check.
Hey, Haywood.
41 Mike. I got one. 41 Mike, right?
Easy, opposite. Easy.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up second and 10.
Hey, easy.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Come on, baby.
21.
See what you got. Mike, 55. Hey, eat.
To throw is Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
This is it. 19.
A first down carry now for Miller. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
From the 41, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check right 54, right 54. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Coming in.
To throw again, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
56, Mike, 56.
56.
3rd and long, it's Watson. But the pressure gets to him again. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, easy.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
You're good, you're good. High 4, ready, take.
From midfield, here's Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check curls, check curls. 56. Right there. 56.
Watch the run. Watch the run. What's up, baby? That's 54.
Mutt's 56. Mutt's 56. I smell fear in that offense.
Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a brings up 2nd and 2.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah. 2 points down, he's coming. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 56.
At 24.
Right there. 56.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson dancing to his left. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
56. We want this.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch the out. Watch the out.
The final shot before the break. Watson. Over the middle. That's caught by Miller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So we're at halftime of the first of 2 here on this opening Monday night of 2019. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Mike 41. Mike 41. Watch the slip.
Now Breeze. And he whips that one incomplete there. The tight end Josh Hill was the target. And it's 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
0-2, 0-2.
41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Get that quarterback at all costs.
Big edge.
Now Breeze. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line.
41 Mike. Over. Back.
Breeze now. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
What's up? 17. 59. I got you. I got you. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
After the interception, here's Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Stephon Anthony coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Yo.
Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He's got Fuller.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Well, pass complete there to Crabtree. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Breeze now on first down. A right side catch by Crabtree. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Crabtree, 71 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. It's complete, Stills. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Being chased out left, and that'll be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Target. Check 59, Mike 54. 59.
Mike 5'9", I'm scared.
And the blitz does come. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Fells has it, left side. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, D. Let's go. Time to go.
On 2nd and very short, Watson eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sheldon Rankins, his 2nd sack of the night.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
54 Mike.
Now it's Watson. That's complete right around the 8. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Watson with a give to Miller. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Whoa.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A 3-yard touchdown run as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as it kicks away. This will be taken about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Breeze. Crabtree with it over the middle. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a first down following a gain of 3. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And some room to maneuver. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Switch up.
On 1st down, it's Miller. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check. 31! Hey, one set. Check, Mike. Mike, 54.
Yeah.
Watson now to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Hey, pick it up, defense.
54's Mike. Check.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. This to break our fourth quarter tie. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Ready?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack from here. Looking to throw on second down. Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the... Contact. Brings up second down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Crabtree the target on that one.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Set. Check. 59. Let him know. Let him know.
They'll run on first down. Miller. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Set. 19. 59. Hey, watch the slant. To the car. 51. Mike 59. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
59. Hey, pick your game up. Mike's 5'9".
From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Mike, check. 59.
All day.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically. but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Focus.
On first down, it's Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. The 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Luck's good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have a decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the 31, Watson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. 54.
Watson on third down, escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll run, it's Miller. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6.
Mike, check, 59.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Kamara. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. The Saints on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Check 55, Mike. I'm coming for you. You mine.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the... field.
Right there in the middle, 55. You better be afraid of me.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
It's a turnover on downs.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw.
And this will be caught at the 30. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Saints, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Houston, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.